Yo, this is Name, guys. So Tuesday I missed an upload. So today we're gonna see variable array size and string stream. There will be two separate videos. So you can watch the first one and after watch the second one. Just to let you know that I'm gonna double upload today, guys. Okay. So variable size. So I already did all the problems. Just to explain very quick in how we do it and stuff like that. And then that would be just the problem is there, and just follow the steps step by step while I'm explaining the problem. This is what we're gonna do today, guys. So let's jump onto variable size arrays. So let's jump to the prompt. So let's see. So right here, guys, see, this is the introduction, right? This is the introduction. Variable size arrays. So consider an element array A, where each index I in the array contains a reference to an array of ki integers, where the value of ki varies from arrays to array. Okay. See the explanation section below for a diagram. Given A, you must answer Q queries. Each query is in the form of ij, where I denote the index in the array A and j denote the index in the array located at AI. I think here we need to use a that two-dimension array, guys. Two-dimension array. So I will be the lines and j will be the columns, right? Something like that, right, guys? So for each query, find and print the value of element j in the array at the location ai on a new line. So click here to know more about variable size array in C++. So variable size array, you can see that it's a vector, guys, right? Vector. A vector is just an array that doesn't have a limited size. You can increase the size, you can shorten the size, you can manipulate the size whatever you want, guys. This is a vector, right? So if you do like internship, or you do like coding interviews, you'll mostly use vector, not arrays, because we saw arrays before, right, guys? You mostly see vectors. That's what developer use, because there's no size, because when you work with big problem, you work with big programs, you don't need to limit yourself to like hundreds integers or 100 chars or 100. You need a unlimited arrays or unlimited size, where you can work in the size, shorten wherever you want, how you want it, increase how you want it. If you need more, if you want like 10,000 number, or like million, billion, you got it, right? So that's what is a vector, guys. So in the first line, contains two space separated integers denote the representative of n, the number of variable length arrays, and q, the number of queries. Okay, so n is the number of variable length arrays. So it means that we can use n as so the first line, n and q, right? Q is the queries, right? How many, what we need to do, right? How many like what I want to say, which word do I want to use? The queries, right? How many steps we're gonna do to n. This is q. If you want, if you understand this way. So each line I of the n subsequent lines contain the space separated sequence in the format k, ai0, ai1, and until aik-1, describing the k element arrays located at ai. Each of the q subsequent lines contain two separated integers describing the respective values of I, an index in the array A, and j, an index in the array ai for a query. Constraints: n is between 1 and 10 to the 5, q is between 1 and 10 to the 5, k is between 1 and 3 to 10 to the 5, same thing. summation of k, n2 again, I is between 0 and n, j is between 0 and k. All in this challenge are zero based. All given numbers are non-negative and are not greater than 10 to the 6th. For each pair of I and j values, print a single integer that denotes the element located at index j of the array referenced AI. There should be a total of q lines of input. So first we have n, second we have q, right? So we have the number of lines and the number of queries, right? So line means, arrays. So here we have two arrays, two integers vector. We can call it vector right now, guys. Two integers vector, right, which is the first one, and then two queries, which is this one, the first one 0 1, and this one 1 and 3. This is what it means, this problem. So here we have 5 and 9. So okay, two lines, we have two vector, this is it, two queries, so 0 in the first line, right? In the first line we have 0, so, and 1. So in line 0, right, line 0, what is the integer in position 1, right? I think that's what I mean. So in the line 0, what is the position in section 1? So 0 and 1. Oof. Okay, so I missed something, guys. So we have k, right? K element, right? So each line of I of the n subsequent line are separated sequence of format k. Okay, we have k. So this first number, guys, is k. So k, show you how many integers are in the vectors, right, guys? So you can use k for your for loops, right? To just if you want to go to the numbers of the integer, if you want to place the integer, you can use k, guys. K here, if you look at here, this is 5, so we have 1 2 3 4 5 numbers in the array, right, in the vector, right? Let me call it vector right now. So first we have 0, so this is the first line. So we know that in the first line there's 3 queries, there's 3 integers, right? And then we need the number in position 1. So you start with here 0 1, which is 5. So this is 5 output. You see how it is? Let's do the second one. So 1, right? Vector 1. So this is vector 0. This is vector 1, right? Okay. So at vector 1, position 3. So let's say 1 2, no 0 1 2 3. So it's 9. See, 9 right here, guys. This is why they're explaining here, guys. I don't want to explain it back again, but if you want, you can just read this. You should have the explanation that I just stated. So this is what I did, guys. This is what I did. Enter your code here. This is what I did, guys. I did it so you guys can see it, and so I can explain it to you. So first we need to declare, right, n q a and b, right? N q a and b. Here, if you want, you can call, you can call a I, and you can call q j, guys. If you guys want to do that too, this is good. But let's call it a and b instead of a and j, because we're using a and j, and we use I and j, in our for loops, guys. So let's call it another way. So here we have, first we need to read n and q. So n is, like I said, the number of vectors, right? And q is the number of queries. So we need to read them first, because we have that in our first line, right, guys? We have those guys in our first line, so we need to read them first, right? And then we declare a vector. This vector is a two-dimensional vector, right? Because we have vector here. When you put vector here and it becomes a two-dimensional vector. If you want to declare a one-dimensional vector, guys, you do vector, right? You put the type int, guys, and then you just need to put array n, right? And then you should be good. This is the declaration of the how can I say it? Parentheses. Yes, should be parentheses. I mean, because it's the same name, so let me name it like this. Yeah, because it was the same name, guys. So you do that, and this is a vector, guys. If you want to name a a single dimensional array, you do it like this, guys, right? So let's comment this, so it won't appear in our program. So this is this. Let me comment that. So this is what one dimension array, guys, right? One dimension array. This is it. So this is a two-dimensional array, guys, and then we put n for the number of lines, guys, the number of lines, and then q will be columns, right? Q will be columns. So here we declare for loop, guys. We do a for loop, and then for the for loop, what we do is we go for the number here from 0 to n, right? Because first we need to grab the lines. This for loop is for the lines, and this for loop is for the columns, because it's a two-dimensional array. For two-dimensional array, you need to vector array. I mean, the same thing. For two-dimensional vector, you need two for loops, right? Yeah, you need two for loops. So first, we read the line, right? And then here we did for j equals 0, j less than a, right? Less than a, because we don't need to pass the lines, right? We don't need to go away from the lines. If it's like 2 lines, we stay 2 lines, right? Because start from 0 to 1 is 2 lines. And then here we input the columns, the number in the columns, right? So we do C and B, and then we do pushback B. That's how you do for the vector, right? You use pushback. This is a statement that you need to know, So you do, I think what we can do here, first you read B, and then you do pushback B. Pushback means that you put the numbers into the vector, right? You're pushing back the number into the vector. That's what it means here. Just that we read the line here, and we read the columns, right? And we input the numbers in each columns. So when we finish to input the number in the first column, at the first line, right, at each column, we're going back to the second column, like this. And then here is just to populate the second dimensional array. That's all it does. But here is the main function, is the main for loop that we need. So here we do for int equals 0, int less than k, right? Less than the queries, because we have k queries, we don't need to pass them. What we need is we read first a and b. What is a and b here in this case? These two queries, right? So what is this statement? What does this statement do is just take a and b and look, right? Because a is a line and b is a column. Go to the vector at this position, line A and column B, find the number and print it out to the screen. This is what it does, guys. This is what it does. So two-dimensional array, go to line 0, position 1, and see out the number. Print it out the number to the screen. That's all it means, guys. That's what it means. So this is what, like, I mean, it's kind of a tricky problem. That's what I wanted to just explain it to you guys. You know, if I type it, stuff like that, it will be like, you know, the video will be long. So I just wanted to show it to you guys and see how it works. You know, when you run the code, you know, it works pretty much, right? Pretty much. Submit the code, see if it's good for every test cases. Okay, guys, it is good for every test cases, guys. So yeah, to see success, compile, succeed. So yeah, that's the problem, guys. If you want some, if you have some question and stuff like that, post that in the comments, and we go for another video, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna post the 2 videos at the same time, so enjoy, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.